She's been at Bond for 7 years studying psychology. She started out doing her master's, but found her way to a PhD as she wanted to enter the field of academia and become a lecturer. She's currently doing her PhD and is about 6 months into it. She's looking at mild cognitive impairment in the elderly, and the overall aim of the study is to develop a test battery which provides a sensitive and accurate depiction of the picture of the pattern of cognitive deficits associated with ageing. By identifying areas of deficit and patterns of decline, a better understanding of the aging process can maybe be constructed. If you'd like to come up, that's Victoria.
I'll be right. Okay, good. Hi, I'm Vic. Now, I'm sure most people out in the audience have had moments in their life when they've forgotten what they were going to say and what they were looking for, but how do we know when it's a simple memory lapse or when it starts to be something more serious? My research investigates mild cognitive impairment and is aiming to see whether we are able to detect signs of decline before they turn into something more serious and start affecting everyday life. Because of our ageing population, increased attention has been given to the stage of the spectrum where cognitive decline starts to develop. So a decline in cognition has been conceptualised as mild cognitive impairment. Now, there is no absolute definition of what mild cognitive impairment is, but it has been conceptualised as individuals who have a form of impairment in one or more areas that is of insufficient severity to be diagnosed with dementia. So to put my research into context, by the year 2031, it is expected that approximately 465,000 Australians will have diagnoses of dementia. Now, there are many instruments out there that can provide a diagnosis of dementia. However, they are not sensitive enough to detect MCI. Another problem with these instruments is that they neglect to measure several important areas of functioning, and this is where my research makes an important contribution to the literature. So as my slide illustrates, the boxes in yellow are the areas that have not yet been explored in relation to MCI. And that I'll be conducting 5 separate studies with participants ranging from 18 to 85 years of age. The first study will look at areas already established, which are attention, executive functioning and memory. The second, third and fourth studies will look at differences in emotion recognition, spatial processing, implicit memory and olfactory memory. The fifth and final part of my study will involve the development of a screening tool and looking at some of the psychophysiological indicators. So, for example, looking at visual evoked response, EEG activity, and seeing whether we are able to detect differences in the neural pathways for someone who is showing decline as opposed to a healthy individual. By identifying areas of deficit and patterns of decline, a better understanding of the ageing process can be constructed. My instrument should provide a useful screening tool for clinical psychologists, geriatric psychologists, psychiatrists and other allied health individuals. Although there is no cure for the progression of dementia, it's hoped that by intervening earlier and putting strategies into place that we are able to improve quality of life and level of dependence for the elderly individual.